I'm not trying to talk trash, but you said multiple times last night, this is over. This is over. But the thing is it does feel like it's over with them. Like they will get down in these games, and it's just like, okay, well, it's over. On to the next game. And then somehow, some way, they find a way to win it in the fourth quarter. It's pretty wild.
They have been doing this all postseason.
All postseason.
And they do it, and we go, that was crazy. They do it, and we all watch it, and we come in here the next morning, we're like, that was crazy. And then you get all the bullet points connected to it. And it's like, nobody's ever done this before. And only 3 teams in history have ever done this before. And ain't nobody ever done what Tyrese Haliburton just did before. And you're like, man, that was wild, unprecedented even in some ways. What a story. And then just before you could get even completely finished making sense of it, they just do it again.
They do it again, yeah.
They just do it again. Sam Quinn from CBS Sports posted these numbers on social media. Obviously, we now played 3 games in these NBA Finals. All right? Check this out. In the first quarter of these 3 games, Oklahoma City is up 23 points. They have won the first quarters combined. They're plus 23. In the second quarter of these 3 games, Oklahoma City is plus 3. So still winning that one. Not by as much, but still winning that one. Third quarter, in these 3 games, they're combined plus 7, Oklahoma City. They win those quarters. And then the fourth quarters, check this out. I just ran you through it. First quarters, there's 3 of them. Combined, Oklahoma City plus 23. Second quarters, Oklahoma City plus 3. Third quarters, Oklahoma City plus 7. Fourth quarters of these 3 games, it flips to Indiana plus 27. What happens?
I know. I don't know. I mean, we made a lot about what a great defensive team Oklahoma City is, and you just watch it. Like the Pacers are a great defensive team in their own right. I think that's a lot of it. They just don't stop coming at you. Like especially on the offensive end, they just don't stop. Like it's one of those things when you see teams get down 20 in these games, and it's like, okay, well, on to the next one. They don't stop. They get themselves back in these games.
And
late.
And here's the thing: they've have created a habit in this postseason of like going down 15 and then coming back, going down 20 and then coming back.
Right.
They didn't do that last night.
No, they didn't do that last night.
They came back clearly, like the numbers are the numbers, but they never got down by more than 9. They were down 5 to start the fourth, but still they were in a hole. And I'm not a historian, but there's going to be a lot of data when this is over with that's going to suggest this is the best in the whole team of all time, or one of the best in the whole teams of all time. Like they get down and they're comfortable. They get down and they don't panic. They get down and they don't fold. They stay in the game. Sometimes they get out of the game, but then they get back in it. Yeah. But they're hanging around always. And when they do what they did to Oklahoma City in Game 1, even Shai Gilgeous-Alexander afterwards was like, we've been watching them do it. We know what they're capable of, but still, I don't even really know what happened. It just happened so quickly. They were prepared for it, but still, when you're living in it, it's just a weird thing to experience. How did this get out of hand? We had this. Why don't we still have it? So even though SGA, the MVP, said after Game 1, we know what they're capable of. We've been watching the stuff just like you guys have been watching the stuff. But then it just happened to us, and it was like that's not the type of thing that happens in basketball games, and it's especially not the type of thing that happens to us. And it happened to us, and we're still trying to make sense of it. Then they bounce back in Game 2 and just blow them out.
Yeah.
But then in Game 3, it happened to them again. You know it's coming. You know you have to be aware of it, conscious of it. You know what they're capable of. But something happens in these fourth quarters, man, and you can't stop them. And last night, the thing that happened was Bennett Mathurin.
Wild.
And that's the other thing about this team. Obviously, the Thunder are deep and well-rounded and immensely talented at multiple positions. But at the end of it, pretty much every game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be the one.
It's him, yes.
It's usually going to be him. With Indiana, you don't know. In these playoffs, just in the past few weeks, we have seen the Pascal Siakam game.
Yep.
We've seen the Tyrese Haliburton game. We've seen the Aaron Nesmith game. And last night we get the Bennett Mathurin game. He comes off the bench. He only plays 22 minutes, 9 of 12 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 27 points. He's plus 16. Just pregame, I watched all of it. He barely gets mentioned. He's not supposed to matter much. He's just a role player. But last night, on the biggest stage that this sport provides, he's a star in the fourth quarter, making shots, making plays. TJ McConnell, another one, just comes off the bench.
Right.
I mean, 5 steals and 5 assists. He only plays 15 minutes, but he flipped the game. They get it from everywhere. Oklahoma City has developed a reputation of being the deepest, the most talented, all of that stuff.
Yep.
But they don't get it from everywhere like these dudes get it from everywhere. The Pacers get it from everywhere. And last night, Mathurin delivered. McConnell comes off the bench, flips the game early. They're an awesome basketball team, man.
They are awesome.
They're fun. They're fun. They can do this. I know I've been like Thunder, and I'm just playing around. What I'm not playing around about is I think the Thunder are the best team in the world. I think the Thunder are capable of winning a championship. I think the regular season they had wasn't just a regular season thing. I think it was an illustration of this is a special basketball team. I still think they're going to win the series. I do. If you want me to get back to hollering Thunder in 6, I can do all that. But I just take all that jokey stuff and set it aside. I still think they're going to win the series. And by the way, they're still favored to win the series.
I saw it, yeah.
They're still minus 230 to win. They're still significant favorites to win the series. But the Pacers can win this. They can win this.
Yeah, I thought last night definitely felt like one of those. If the Pacers lost that game last night, I do think that we're coming in here. And again, it's not over till it's over. But I do think if they lose that game last night, you're coming in thinking, okay, they are really up against it.
Well, if they'd have lost
Yeah.
last night, it would have been what we would be saying right now is, okay, that last 3 minutes of game 1 was wild.
Exactly.
But they
were outplayed the whole game.
For 45 minutes, they were done. For 45 minutes in game 1, they got handled pretty easily. Game 2, for 48 minutes, they got handled pretty easily.
Yep.
And then they just lost game 3. So congrats on an awesome final 3 minutes in game 1. But without that miracle stuff,
Yeah.
you'd be down 3-0 and about to get swept. That's what we would be talking about.
Yeah, last night really kind of changed the narrative of the series.
It just makes it more attainable. Like this whole thing is like, we got to beat that team 4 times. Man, that's going to be tough. I don't know if anybody could do that. Then you beat them once. It's like, okay, but we still got to beat them 3 times. It's like, yeah, okay, congrats on your little fluky win, but you still got to beat them 3 times. Mm-hmm. Well, now it's like you only got to beat them 2. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you've already beaten them. You just in the past week, you're beating them in downtown Indianapolis. You're beating them in downtown Oklahoma City. Wherever you got to play these games, you have already shown you can beat them. You got to beat them 2 more times. Well, we already beat them 2 times. Let's just go do it. It's so much more attainable. It feels like right now than it even felt, honestly, this time yesterday. I still think the Thunder win this. Thunder up for life. But this is a real series, and that was a fun game, and this is a fun series, and I'm not going to get caught up in the conversations about television ratings and market sizes and stuff any more than what we've already said. I don't care. I don't even know what the numbers were last night on that game. But what I do know is I sat in a chair, and I didn't change the channel once. I sat in a chair, and I was in a group text with my friends, and we were having fun. That was an awesome night of basketball. And Tyrese Haliburton, after being questioned for multiple days in a row by everybody who asked questions about such things, he showed up. He delivered. Took 17 shots, made 9 of them, 22 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds, just 1 board short of a triple-double. And I know sometimes we can oversimplify this by, like, he needs to score more or be more aggressive. And I know Tyrese Haliburton would take issue with some of those things. But he did have a sit-down interview before last night's game with Malika Andrews where he did say a lot of the stuff we were saying yesterday. He, like, said it out loud. He was like, I know people want me to A, B, and C, but I am playing against probably the best defense I've ever played against in my life. You don't hear basketball players say stuff like that very often. But in back-to-back series, we've kind of heard Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Haliburton say the same thing when questioned. Maybe it's me, maybe. But I think it's them. They're just, this is like you're used to taking a certain level of test in school, and now you're taking the toughest test you've ever had. It's just it feels different. This is a different deal. Hey, you used to bench press and whatever it is people bench press. Let's say you used to bench press in 220.
It's natural strength.
Let's say with these arms you could bench press 220, right? Mm-hmm. And I could do that. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I'm doing it.
220. I think the bar is like 50.
I don't know. Been a minute since I touched a bar. Been a minute since I touched a bar. I don't know if you can notice.
220 seems a little light.
It's been a minute. I don't think I could do anything with 220. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. You get used to lifting 220.
Yeah.
Well, what if just out of nowhere somebody throws 320 on there? It's different.
That's right.
What he's dealing with is different. The Oklahoma City defense is different. But he did what he does last night.
Yeah.
He was more aggressive. I don't know that it's necessary for him to score any certain number of points, but there are clear things connected to him where it's like when he does this, they do this. And the simplest way to put it is when he scores, they win. Yeah. I don't know that he has to score for them to win. And I'm not even certain that the trick of scoring is the thing that creates the win. It's just true that when he scores a certain number of points, they win. Mm-hmm. And Jay Williams had it on TV this morning. It's a pretty remarkable stat. In this year, count all the regular season games, all the postseason games that Tyrese Haliburton has appeared in. When he doesn't score 20 points, they are 27 and 28. 27 and 28 when he doesn't score 20 points.
Okay.
As soon as he touches 20, 33 and 4.
Damn.
They almost never lose when he touches 20. Last night he touched 20. He got 22. I don't know if it's as simple as every time he gets to 20, they're going to win. But the numbers are the numbers.
That's true, man.
When he gets there, they almost always win. When he doesn't get there, it's basically a coin flip.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.